all do it. It's Monday, people. It's Monday. I told y'all yesterday I was going to take the day off, but I just, you think you're going to do it, then you turn on the news to watch a little something, and they say something else stupid, and it draws you back in. It draws your attention to it. You go, God. They're ignorant. And that's what we're doing today. I just got a little notes. There's no board over here. Nothing to look at. Just my notes today. Probably won't be long, but I wanted to get my 2 cents in. Anyway, Donnie, he was over in the Philippines. Dirt Day, that guy that, he brags about killing people. He's personally killed people. He's the one that's told his population that if you think somebody is using or selling drugs, you can shoot them. If you just think it, you can shoot them. And there's 10,000 people dead. If somebody didn't like you on the boom, shoot your ass. Oh, I thought he was a drug dealer. Oh, okay, go on. That's bullshit. But our president, Donnie the Dick, he likes that guy. He wants to be that guy. Donnie wishes he could come back home and institute martial law and take over this country and just go to the judicial and tell them who's guilty and who to arrest and who to put in jail. Because Donnie would know everything. Because he's got a great brain. He knows lots of words and all that kind of shit that he sells to convince people. Anyway, it was asked to him if he had spoken to Duterte about the human rights over there in the Philippines. Donnie says, oh yes, it briefly was mentioned. Briefly mentioned. That's what we briefly talked about, human rights. But Duterte, the president of the Philippines, he said no, the subject was not brought up. So again, we're faced with that question of who's telling the truth. Who is the stinking liar that will stand in front of a camera and lie his ass off? Well, would it be Duterte? Because, this man's a murderer. Yeah, he's a murderer. He ain't a liar. He came out and told people he killed them. I killed people. Yeah, he came right out and said it. He ain't trying to lie about that shit. Donnie the Dick? Oh, you bet your ass that man lies about every little thing there is to talk about. So who do I think's telling the truth? Not Donnie the Dick. Because Donnie the Dick is known for one thing. Lying. Go Google Donald Trump lies. Go Google that. You'll come up with 2 lists. Thousands. 1,200, I think, lies since he started his campaign. So you ask yourself, who's telling the truth? Well, Duterte is, because Donnie doesn't have the balls to stand up to anybody. I told you all that the other day. He doesn't have the balls to stand up to China. He ain't got the balls to stand up to Putin or anybody else. Or Duterte, he ain't going to stand up. That guy might slap Donnie. The only one he stands up against is North Korea. Yeah. What did he put out some little tweet about, I would never call him short and fat. God, Donnie, can you demonstrate your childish behavior anymore for us? Because we just love it when you act like a freaking 6-year-old. Jesus, that's what he... they asked him about how come you change your mind there about Putin there? The other day you said, I believe him. And now you're saying you believe the intelligence committees. They asked him that question. He's standing up there at the podium in front of people and in front of cameras. And what does Donnie do? Donnie does what he always does. He starts stringing together words that don't make a freaking sense. He starts talking about, what was it? He's saying that he tried to express that he believed that Putin believed that what he was saying was true. It wasn't that he was going against our intel services. He was just making a point that he truly thought that Putin believed what he was saying. You're a moron, Donnie. He's an ex-KGB agent, Donnie. You're an idiot. Anyway, Donnie said, well, he must be telling the truth. And then he went on to start rambling. And he was talking about, it was in the news that there were 17 intelligence agencies. And, that was actually, it was 4. But, the news was saying it was 17. But, actually, when it got down to it, it was really only 4. And now, I understand, I trust my intel agency. Now, under the as currently led by fine people and blah, 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 blah. What he's doing is saying, well, now that I've got my people in there, I believe them. But before, all those other people that said that shit before, well, they're all lying. That's Donnie's insinuation there. The little prick that sits in our house that makes us more disgusted each day that he even breathes another breath in that area. I don't give a freak what he does. And he said he had to be nice around the cameras to all these people, you know, because he can't see anything because there's cameras and microphones around. Yeah, no, the reason is, Donnie, is because you're a little chicken shit and you're not going to stand up to anybody. Nobody, Donnie. You face to face with somebody and you're a little wimp. That's all Donnie is. So what else is going on now that we know, oh, Donnie boy is running his mouth again, and he'll be back shortly, and the air will smell like a sewer rat again. Well, some people got hold of the Senate version of the tax plan, and it shows that 13.8 million U.S. households with incomes less than $200,000 a year will see an increase. Under $200,000 a year, you're going to see an increase. If you don't make $200,000 a year, you're going to get screwed. That's what Donnie's saying. That's what the Senate is saying. I don't make 200,000, 100,000, shit, 50,000, I'd be tickled to death. Are you shitting me? Oh, well, you know, if you make over $200,000, you're going to get a big old tax cut. The Senate wants to cut the upper tax rate to 39.6%. The House wants to drop it to 38.5%. They both want to drop the taxes on the very wealthy. But it's not enough for Donnie. Hell no, Donnie tweets out that he wants the top rate lowered to 35%. You think he's out there tweeting about, oh, I want to make sure that the guy out there that's making $40,000 a year gets the biggest tax break? Hell no. He's up there advocating that he wants the top rate lowered even more. He's a disgusting asshole, and he's out to rape this country and give all the money that they can to the richest people they can before we impeach his ass. And the Senate is being complacent in it. They're being accomplices in it. They're going to steal it blind too. Oh, Mitch McConnell had to come out and say, oh, I misspoke when I said that the middle class wouldn't get a tax increase. I misspoke. That's political language for he lied his ass off and then it was proved. So, oh, I misspoke about that. No, you didn't. You were trying to shovel shit and you got caught. That's what it is. Well, what's happening with Roy Moore? Even though Mitch McConnell, I seen where's my note? Even Mitch McConnell says that Roy Moore should step aside, and Mitch McConnell believes the women. Well, we thank you for that, Mitch McConnell. Stand up and have a little balls about something. Yeah, well, they don't want him in there either. The House Republicans and the Senate Republicans, they don't want this asshole in there. He's a dick. He's been thrown off the Alabama Supreme Court twice for not following the Constitution. You know, the thing that provides us liberty and all the benefits that we have in this country, including your religious freedom, that's given to you by the Constitution. It's not the other way around. The Bible doesn't give you all the rights. The Constitution does. The Constitution does that. And Roy Moore thinks the Constitution shit. He reads the Bible. So he'll just judge on the Bible and not the Constitution, and I don't want that kind of shit in my house. Anyway, what's going on with Roy Moore? Well, seems there was somebody else that came out. What's her name? Beverly Nelson. She just came out just a little while ago, today. And she came out and said that when she was 16 years old, Roy Moore picked her up. Her date was late picking her up to get a ride home. So Roy Moore, being the kind, godly gentleman that he is, offered her a ride. And then when she got in the car, he attempted to force sex on her, grabbed her by the back of the neck and tried to force her to his crotch. She had black and blue bruises on her neck, she said. And then this story had been told before, too. This isn't something she just made up yesterday. This is years ago she told this story to people. So yeah, Roy Moore, who it is also reported that people say, oh, well, yeah, Roy Moore used to hang around the high school a lot. Because when Roy Moore was 32 years old, that was his dating pool. High school. That's where he wanted to go. And what is this girl? She even said that she was at a soda fountain or something, and her yearbook was on the counter. And Roy asked if he could sign it. And he signed her yearbook with love, Roy Moore, DA. You know, kind of reminding her he's the district attorney. You ever say anything pretty girly? Well, I could just have you ruined. Because that's the kind of shit Roy Moore pulled. Now you can be, like I said yesterday, you can keep your God and still recognize an asshole. And that's what Alabama needs to do. Roy Moore needs to step his disgusting ass away. Maybe you can go down to the local, retirement community and hang around and see if there's any women. That are your age, Roy. Not teenagers. I told him yesterday, well, that sucker come up to my door and asked if he could date my daughter. I'd put my knee right in his nuts. He's a disgusting turd. He even admits it. Well, I asked their mamas first. You disgusting turd. You think that makes it great for everybody? And I'm still seeing people getting on the news up there talking about, well, Jesus forgave him for that. And so if Jesus forgave him for all that stuff, well, I guess I got to too. That's bullshit. He's running a con job and he has been forever. Just how stupid you are is the question. It's not whether or not Roy Moore did this. I believe there's ample evidence in times and dates and other people hearing this way back when. The reason it was brought to bear was because there were stories about him floating around and investigative journalists started investigating them stories. Well, but not, who's that? Brandon Mosley. He's a big political journalist over there in Alabama. He wrote an article about Roy Moore, promoting Roy Moore. Say he didn't do it. Well, did you contact the women? Well, no, I don't want to. They already told their story. You suck ass. You want to back Roy Moore on a blind faith shit? Instead, you call yourself investigative journalist? Kiss my ass, Brandon Mosley. You're nothing but a hack. You're nothing but a purveyor of false news, buddy. Because you're not an investigative journalist. You're not going to go find out about the women. No, you're just going to say, well, I've known Roy Moore and he goes to church. So he's a good guy. I don't want him in my house. He's a disgusting, sounds like he's a pervert. And that's what the problem is. We elect these people. We got one in the White House who has been accused of raping a 13-year-old girl. Multiple women have come forward and accused Trump of doing the same kind of shit. Trump himself, grab him by the pussy. That's what I do. That's what Trump said. But we elected him. This country elected him because why? He pushes buttons. You like what he says. You like how he says it. He's taking on the establishment. No, he's cheating this country for every dime it has. He's got a new guy coming in to take old Price's place because Price was jetting all over the place using up the taxpayer money, so they got a new guy. What's his name? Alex something or another. Alex Azar. Nominated for H&H Health and Human Services. He used to be the CEO of Eli Lilly. Yeah, drug company. Yeah, Health and Human Services. Nothing like putting a guy in there like that. Yeah, I'm sure drug prices will go down. Yeah, right. Anyway, with all that being said, it's Monday, people. I'm going to cut this off. I want to say a big shout out to Dawn Gardette from Leominster, Massachusetts. And that, let me see if I can get this up in here where everybody can see it, because I want you to see this really good. I'll try to tilt it where the light can hit it right. That's Mary Patricia. That's a cat. And you have to look now. She's an adopted cat. Dawn adopted her 3 years ago. Look at that cat. That cat is laid out, baby. I've never seen a more relaxed cat than that right there. The story behind Mary Patricia was she is a rescue cat because she fell off a roof one time and landed on a lawn spike, and it went through her. And when the owner took her to the vet, the owner couldn't afford it or whatever to get Mary Patricia back. So Dawn adopted her on July 4th, 3 years ago, and I think that cat has got the light. He looks like the only thing missing is a few empty beer cans around that can or something like that. That cat is very relaxed. And so since our call went out to send us your pets, that's the first one we have. We'll put that one right up there on the board. As soon as I get a board, I got to go to the store and buy a board. And but on that note, I want you to, Blue Dots, if you have a pet, which most of us do because most of us have a heart, if you have a pet, send me your pet's picture. We're going to make a board. We're going to put them all up there, the Blue Dot pets of the Blue Dot family. And be part of that. I think it's a good idea. I love animals. I love seeing every one of them. They all make me smile. And so we'll took Mary Patricia and put her up on the board too. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate it very much. We'll have a pet family. We had a shirt family. Now we'll have a pet family. Anyway, thank you for your time. Like, share, and subscribe to John Bernabelle. Go by my YouTube and give it a subscription. Don't cost anything. Just say, yeah. And it makes my numbers go up. Makes me look good. So, John Bernabelle, Blue Dot on Blue Dot in Texas on YouTube. John Bernabelle Speaks and John Bernabelle on Facebook. John Bernabelle Speaks is my fan page. Don doing a great job. Thank you very much. At Blue Dot in Texas on Twitter. Out my truck window, anywhere else we can get this message. We want to keep shouting it. We have a big year ahead of us. We have a lot of, I'm excited. Beto O'Rourke is my man in Texas. He's going to try to outdo Ted Cruz, get Ted Cruz's ass out. Beto has been crisscrossing the state of Texas, him and his wife driving in their car, stopping in just about every little town there is. This guy's out of El Paso, and I really like the way he's talking. And I like what he's doing. So I'm supporting Beto O'Rourke for Senate in Texas. And Lord have mercy, we need to get Ted Cruz out of here. He's the embarrassment for Texas as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, get out and vote. That's the number one thing we always have to remember every time there's a vote or in your neighborhood. Get out and vote. Make your name, make your voice heard for the issues that matter to you. And if we all do that, baby, we'll win this hands down. On that note, y'all take care, and we'll see you later. Bye.